to another round of Canje Plays, and today we will be continuing in Etherfields. Now, I say continuing. Some of you may be watching and saying, you've not streamed any of this before. What the heck are you talking about? I did the intro, the tutorial, and I played the tutorial on the stream that was dedicated to my Patreons as a thank you and, you know, heartfelt love for them to kind of watch me play. I will be releasing that tutorial this week so that the rest of the community can kind of watch and check it out. But I wanted to do something special just for the Patreons, and it was just doing that. But we got through, we made it through, and we lived the tutorial, which was pretty short. We just had to, basically the story is, and I have my tea, my wonderful, wonderful mint tea to take us into Slumberland. But the tutorial, for people who are curious, just basically said that you awoke in the forest, you don't know who you are, you don't know why you're there, you gotta figure it out. And as you're building the dream together, you get attacked by this entity. And basically what you do from there is you can't kill it, because if you beat the entity, it just goes back to its spawn point and then starts hunting you again. So you just had to figure out what was going on, and from there we were able to get our mask to kind of say, okay, this is who we'll be right now. And my mask is Pain, as chosen by my wonderful patrons when I came through there. I got two masks. I had Pain and Dark, because I randomly shuffled up the cards and I dealt myself to them. That's what I got. Weird. So, not two things associated with me, but alright. So, I picked Pain, and then we went through, we got to the end of the tutorial, and we opened up the Dreamworld map. Didn't do anything on there, because that was what today is all about, but just to step through the tutorial and build everything out. So, welcome to Etherfield, a game about dreams and slumber and all the good things. Pull up a chair, turn on the cool sounds of Rick James, I don't know, whoever you listen to would be Rick James. But listen to the cool sounds of, and let's get some information and get down to the table, and we'll go from there. Okay, Etherfields. Etherfields is an 8.8 on BGG right now, and it was only delivered a week ago. People are loving this game. It's really good. I think that thematic number, as more Kickstarters are delivered, that thematic number is going to start shooting up to get closer and closer, because it's very immersive. There's a huge amount of story here, and what you do does matter. So this is, think of this game as, I would probably say there is the Seventh Continent vibe to it, of building out an image, a picture that lets you do different things, but how you interact with it is you interact with your influence cards, which are Awareness, Cunning, and Wrath. And all these different ones all deal with kind of like your personality in the dream. And I will keep the book handy, because this book is poorly written. I love you, Awakened Realms. You make some good stuff. This book needs a revamp. There's a lot of questions that a lot of the community is having. Hey, Locator. Hey, Steven. How's it going? There's a lot of questions the community is chopping up with, that's chewing through for this book, the rules book. It's not well written. I'm going to let you know that now. I've had to ask questions on forums. I'd have to Google there. If you go to the Etherfields one here on BGG, this over here, what you'll have to do is go to the files, and someone, wonderful person, created a how to start Etherfields. And if you go through that, it'll tell you how to set up the cards, what they all mean, because my cards arrived in a disheveled order. They weren't ordered. And so I had to put them in order to make them make sense. Without that, I'd have been like, So, awareness is basically your conversation, observation, understanding, and technology. Cunning is your movement, cleverness, avoidance, acting, and deception. And wrath is physical effort, fight, tenacity, and argument. So think about that as like, you're in this state, in this dream world, and you have to find out why you're there, what you're there for, who you even are, and go from there. But there is a lot to unpack on this. Once you get in the flow of the game, it moves smoother. After I got through the tutorial, I was like, oh, okay. But in it, you're like, can I do this? I don't even know if I can do this. What's this card for? Why do I even need this? And I had to do a lot of reading outside of the rules book for it to make sense. So I warn people who are getting their who are getting Etherfields delivered and have not received it yet, or got it and just haven't gotten to it yet, haven't cracked open the box. The tutorial is super important. The book will not help you. The tutorial is important. The book is really good for if you want to know what a particular thing means, but not how to use it. Like, for instance, progress and influence cards, right? I had to read up on that because it says, yeah, you pay the cost and you put down the progress card, and it doesn't count if it's flipped over. What do you need it for? Why do I need it? Well, some rules refer to these 3 symbols, and that's the number of progress you need. What do those symbols mean? So you'll end up with more questions than not. But as you play through the game, the tutorial actually unlocks the complexity of a great game is found in deciphering the rulebook. I don't know what that's even. I don't want to knock it. I don't want people to listen to me say what I'm saying and thinking Canje doesn't like the game, and I hate referring to myself in the third person. I don't like the game. So I would probably say if you're going to play this game, play the tutorial, which comes, it tells you, and the rule book will say on like the second page, first time playing, pick your dreamer, get their influence deck, which you'll be like, what's their influence deck? I will explain all that to you, and then play the tutorial, and you will understand half the game. Because there are cards and stuff that I didn't use in the tutorial that I'm probably going to be using today, like seasons, fates, flaws, the influence market. So because this is a deck builder, the slumber cards, which I didn't use in the tutorial, but I'll be using them now. Shopping, all those other, yes, there's shopping. So it all depends on what you want to do. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So let's get down to the table, show you the map, and I'll explain a bunch of stuff before we get into it for people who really don't follow, okay? All right, so this is the map. This is the neoprene beauty that came with this game. I've got the lights turned up as best as I can so you can enjoy the neoprene beauty. So there's 2 parts to this game, okay? And I've got stuff shifted around. Remember, I got a tiny table, but for those who have a bigger table that this will fit on, this map actually goes, instead of going sideways like this, it turns this way. So it turns long vertically. And so you'll be able to play it that way, and it'll make more sense once you set it vertically. I don't have table space for it, so there we go. Mine was supposed to arrive today, but tracking says unknown delivery date? No! I'm so sorry, Locator. That is awful. Hopefully it's like gonna be delivered. You won't know it's there. I'd probably say, Locator, if you check outside your door now, because they haven't done the greatest job of delivery and tracking. It just kind of showed up. I didn't even know it was, I never received the tracking number, it just showed up. So I was like, oh, Etherfields. Pick up box, go inside. Let's see. Okay, so this is the map. This is the entire board. This is the entire game that you need. This section here is the Dreamworld. Okay? This is outside the dream. This is the Dreamworld. This is how you're going to move about, go to different dreams, all that other good stuff. This section here is the dreamscape. This is, think of the Dreamworld as the overworld map in a game. That's what this is, and you'll move around on the overworld map. And this is the dreamscape. So these are instances in this overworld map. So this green, and I'll zoom in because I'm a poor man and I do not have an awesome camera. So I'll hold these up so you can see. But right here, if you can make that out, that's green. That's a gate. And what that gate does is it allows you to enter a dreamscape. And when you enter a dreamscape, you get the cards and you start building out the map as you start moving around and doing things like you will in the tutorial. Because the tutorial, you just work on the dreamscape. Okay. Slumber cards are... Slumbers are not dreamscapes. They're short things that you have to do that... There's a difference between a slumber and a dream. A slumber is a short thing where you have to face... a short encounter where you have to face an entity, and that's it. A dream, which is this, is where you interact with the board and move about. Slumber cards are things that happen in the dream world that you have to draw and resolve, or some effect happen. Fate are things that you encounter in the dream world and you have to resolve, or some effect happen. Flaws are cards that get shuffled into your deck because they hinder you. They're your flaw as you are building out your life in the dream world, right? Who you are. This thing here that you're like, what the heck is this circular thing? This is the dream clock. When you play this game with multiple players, so for single player me, because I'm only playing one character, and I'm playing the Reaper, which came in the 5th player expansion if you ordered that. If I turn my table vertically, you'll see nothing but more floor. So the dream clock basically says, if I'm playing one player, the clock is on 5, 2 player 4, 3 player 3, 4 player 2, and 5 player with the 5 player expansion of the Reaper, it'll be on 1. What the clock allows you to do is advance the dream time so that you can do one of two things. You can move. So let's say I'm an entity's next to me and I'm like, it's gonna kill me if I don't move. I can say, okay, well, I'm gonna use this dream clock. I'm gonna move it ahead 1 hour to move out of that space so I'm not in danger. And you only have this amount that you use. So you have to watch the dream clock. So far in the tutorial, that's all it does. There could be some in the dreamscape or the dream gates. There could be that if this hits 1, the dream ends and you awaken. When you awaken, you return back to the dream world map, and you do a set of things which is on here which we'll talk about. It's a lot to talk about, I know, but I want to make sure that you understand everything that you're going to be in for after you finish the tutorial, because nothing helps you afterward. Okay, got through that. This area is the area of the Dreamscape map. So right now, from finishing the tutorial, 1136 A's are set here on here. And what's basically happened is, as I explore things, it'll tell me to reveal the story, which, when I say it, I mean this book of madness and story that has a bunch of things in it, will tell me to reveal one of these. And when I reveal it, the number that'll be up here, once again, I'll hold these cards up in a second. The numbers that'll be up here will reveal where they go on the Dreamscape map, how they place out. And usually they align and build out a picture. Okay. Turn order cards. This is the one that I had to get used to. So whenever this is how many turns it takes before you fail the dream, or you read the failure condition of the dream. So that's what happens. Now that doesn't mean that the game's over. The story continues. It's just you didn't achieve that objective. These are the turn order cards. There's 12 of them total. Some gates will say you have 12 turns to complete what you need to do. Some may be less. That's just how it goes. What you do with the turn order cards is you shuffle them, and then you flip them over face up and put them here. This is the only game where you know what's coming. You might know what's coming. Like if you play a game like Gloomhaven, you don't know what's coming until you say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, that's my turn order, and then you reveal what's going to happen, and then you can plan as necessary. This game lets you know what's coming no matter what. So it starts off face up. And every turn that ends, you take a card off and you place it face down. And that's what you keep doing all the way through. Now, how do you know what's coming? All right, time to start getting close with the camera so you guys can see some stuff. Everyone. So, current turn step, the entities that plural, that are in your board will, they will do their special effects, do a basic effects, and then they'll roll to move. And this is the movement die for entities. That, I'm gonna leave it blurry for a second. That movement die is this guy right here. This means he moves one space. This means the entity moves its full space. And the awful one means that it moves its full space, and then you roll and it'll move again. And it can keep going on and on and on if you keep getting this thing, which I probably will because you know my dice rolling. That's what that means. So you know at the start of the turn, you know exactly what the entity is going to do so you can plan properly. Your dream, right? You have two things you can do per turn. You can move, which you have to pay cunning, which is the yellow symbol, or you can do something, right, on the map. In the tutorial, there's tons of stuff for you to do. So, but you have to pay the cost of it. And those costs are paid by these influence cards, right? And I'll show you, oh, perfect. These ones just happen to be at the bottom. I gotta shuffle my deck anyway. So these are my, these are the three types. This is Wrath, red, of course. Awareness, green, and Cunning, yellow. So if I wanted to move, I could just throw down how much ever Cunning I would like, and I can move that amount of space. This one says 2. So let's say I have 3 cards that are all Cunning, and it's like 2, 1, and 1. I could then move 4 spaces by discarding those cards. Same thing with Awareness, with Wrath, which is mostly used for fighting. You could do that. You draw up to 4 cards to start. After you draw 4 cards, if you have 2 cards or less, you draw 4 cards. Otherwise, you draw up to your full hand. So basically, 4 cards to start, 6 cards at the end. They try to make it sound cool, but that's what it is. 4 cards to start. Next turn, you draw up to 6, and your hand size limit is 6. This is a deck builder, so the minimum that you can have in this deck is 20 cards, which is kind of what you start off with, a little bit extra. The maximum that you can have is 40. So as you're buying from the market, you can just keep adding them and adding them and adding. When you hit 40, that's when you got to start making decisions on what you're throwing away and what you're keeping. 40 cards, you would be like, wow, that's a lot. It's not. You're going to burn through them quick. But that's what this top part means. These are abilities that happen at the bottom, and instead of spending these to do actions or things on the map, you could spend these at the bottom as well to do something. This thing says, seal this card to block any one step on the current turn card. So basically, I seal the card means it's no longer in my deck. I've sealed it away from the dream. And I can say, okay, with that, I could play that card, which has a cost of 0, sweet. Then I can say, okay, this creature's not going to do its basic effect. Or it's not going to move. Whatever it is, I can stop it. So that's what sealing means. And when you seal, you take things out of your deck. You no longer have it. Okay? I'm doing this explanation now because once we start sliding into this dream and getting going, I want to make sure that you follow when I do stuff that you're like, why'd you do that? I don't follow. And you can ask me. I don't mind. This here is the seasons. Seasons happen after we finish the tutorial. And the season card, let me show it to you real quick. Ooh, blurry. So it gives you like hint. You will activate this card when you win any dream in Metropolis of Suburbia. And we'll talk about that in a second. So Dreamworld exists and you can't deny it. Its rules may be strange, but at least they are consistent in their volatility. This season doesn't alter any game rules. This card is active until you activate another season card. There's other season cards in here, and it's not just 4. It's 2, 4. There's 6 seasons in the Dreamworld. And as we activate those different seasons, they change how the game works. So seasons could be good, they could be bad. If you played Gloomy Killforth, it's like weather. Okay? If you haven't played Gloomy Killforth, play Gloomy Killforth, and then be sad by the weather. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I've explained this stuff. Over here, this here is storage. And there's stuff in my storage because the book told me to do so. But basically what these are these cards that are here are the objective cards for the other 4 players of the game. So you can shuffle in and out people into the dream as you want. And I'm playing with the Reaper, as I said. And I can show you her. Actually, I might as well just show you the box, because the box is insanely awesome for people who are going to paint. This is the box. This is the Reaper. And this is my card. This is her mini. That looks just like this. That looks just like her in this position. Whoever paints minis, look at her. I know you're a mini painter, and you've got like all my respect in the world, because I'm not good at it. But this is who I'm playing with, is the Reaper, which is the 5th player. Which she came with the 5th player expansion, and you get her game board, which is right here. You get her influence starter cards, which is this, and then you get some extra influence cards to add to the market. This is the market. 81 cards of fantastic fun that you are going to shuffle up, and I will shuffle it, and then I can buy from there. When you buy from the market, we'll talk about that when we get there. Okay, I've gone through that. These are dream gates, which is basically more story to play so you can figure out what the heck's going on. Let's see. This is her objective, and her objective is, if I kill 2 entities in 1 action, I resolve a story moment. That's a thing for her to do that I have no idea what it's going to do. Shopping cards, I got these after the tutorial. These came from the secret deck. When I have 3 chances to go shopping in this game. So I can go shopping. If you're going to shop, you have to spend these guys here, which is called Ether. And you get Ether from story finishing. You get Ether for finishing Dream Gates. Once you finish Dreamscapes from Dream Gates, you can then spend Ether when you get back to the Dreamworld to upgrade your deck. I want to make sure I get you everything. The mask, this guy. The masks have abilities. Like this one, Pain, which is what I picked. I really wish I had luck. But Pain, if you flip it over, it says, once per turn, I can spend 1 gem. And we'll talk about gems when I find them. But I can spend 1 gem. Draw a number of cards equal to the number of your stress. Stress! That's right. You are in a dream, and you suffer from stress. And when you suffer enough stress, you read a story moment, and there's the potential for you to die. And when you die, game over. Start over. Flip table. Start anew. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Alright, so you can only suffer 8 stress. I believe it's 8. Once again, you always gotta go to the book. They have an index, but it's really not. But I believe you can only suffer up to 8 stress before you gotta you're done. You're done. Yeah. When you are about to place the 8th stress on, or you cannot place a stress because there are no more in the pool, you lose the game. So that there is a lose condition, and that's getting too much stress. But you can heal stress. You can once you get out of a dreamscape and go back to Dreamworld, the awakening heals your stress also. So you should be okay if you play cautious. Okay. We have item cards. These came with these are the only item cards that you will find when you first start the game. They give you 5. You can only pick 3. That's all you got. And those are the 3 that you're taking into the dreamscape. Okay, the rest stay in storage. So we can go through these once I get into a dreamscape when I'm about to pick what I'm gonna get. All right, I have run my gums enough. We started off in the awakening here. So let's take a look at the 2 areas that we opened. Yes, this is, remember, there's more here, and more here to open up the dream world, but we haven't opened it yet. So A2 is Metropolis. No, Superman is not here. So you see that green? That's a dream gate. That's how I can enter the next dreamscape and find out and further the story. Shortcuts are the thin arrows, and you have to seal a card to take a shortcut. So you gotta be careful with that. Those red exclamations are slumbers, and the question marks are fates. Those are things that you have to resolve. Hey Warren, how's it going? Welcome aboard. And here is Suburbia. And you see where it says Awakening? That's where we started after we finished the tutorial. We awakened there. And if you notice that bottom one has a key, we need keys to open the dream gate. So I'll put that down here, and I'll hold up this one so you can see just one of the... So it says District Suburbia. So if I enter the dream gate in Suburbia, I have to spend 2 keys to enter this dreamscape, and then I do this setup, set the turn order, flip the card over, and find out my objective. That is what that is all about. Okay, I've gone through everything. If you have questions, ping me in the chat. I will answer them. I will let you know everything. So we're going to get to some shuffling, and then we're going to get to some playing. All right, here we go. Yay, shuffling up our influence deck first. And what we want to make sure that we do is after we play through all these, like I said, I had to do a lot of reading to suss all this out because it's a wall of text in the rulebook, so be careful. Be careful. A lot of you will be able to figure this out. I mean, you know, a lot of you, y'all are smarter than me, so you'll be able to figure this out, no problem. But it takes some reading, it takes some deciphering, you'll get it. Now, what's really cool about this game, and I'll talk to you about this as I'm shuffling, is that everything on every card has an intention. So if you see words or some letter or some weird text that kind of cuts itself off, it means something to the overall story of the game. So don't pass that out as, oh, well, they messed up. They, you know, it's a misprint or it's a bleed over. It actually means something. And you want to keep that in mind. All right. Okay. That is that shuffle. This, I shuffled up this beast earlier, but I'm still going to just shuffle for some shenanigans here to make sure I missed some stuff. Can you run all that by me again? No, Steven. I can't. Don't be mean to me. Oh, gosh. Okay. So this is the market. Put it over here. And we'll talk about what the market cards look like when I get there. Need to shuffle up the fates. There's a lot of cards in this game. And I showed my Patreons the when I did the tutorial, which, like I said, for people who are just joining, I'm gonna open that up for everyone to see soon this week. I just want to do something nice for them. Hey Elizabeth, no, we haven't started yet. I'm just kind of talking them through how everything sets up, and then we'll get started. We haven't really gotten into it. All right. But I'll open that tutorial up for you all to see how the tutorial went when we built it out. Shuffle up the flaws. Come over here. So this is called the Delta card, right? That always goes, the Delta card goes at the bottom. Other than that, these ones you can shuffle up however you want, doesn't matter. Because when it says draw one, you just pick any, it doesn't matter. So shuffle that up. These we don't care about shuffling. No other this. The turn order deck. Need to shuffle that. Alright. When we're in the dream world, we don't use influence cards unless there's an influence card that says only for use in the dream world or in a slumber or something like that. And we do have an item card that says you can only use it in the slumber. So we shall see. So we do that, flip it up. Okay. Time really doesn't turn for us in the dream world. We just kind of move around. Just kind of that's how we roll. We have a dream gate that's in Metropolis. We have a dream gate that's in Suburbia. And we need to open up those dream gates so that we can do more. But to do that, we have to move. And let me pop this up for you guys all to see. So you see those arrows? Those are the only directions you can go. So see where Awakening is? See where that key is? I have to travel all the way in all those different directions, dealing with fates, dealing with slumbers, to be able to get these keys that I need. And yes, I have to, unless there's a fate or slumber that tells me that I can get a key, it means I gotta go through that stuff twice. Fun, fun, fun. All right. So I'm using the player token, like basically the first player token, which is here where people can take a look at it. It's just all the 4 different faces of the possible players, except for the 5th. So I'm going to use that on the Dreamworld map, which is here. Now, I'm going to move here, which when I land on there, there's a question mark, which means I need to draw fate. And I'm going to break out my old man glasses. Oh, snap. Today's a good day. Etherfields with Canje, and the McRib is back at McDonald's. Get the McRib, enjoy the McRib. Okay, so we pull a fate card, and let's take a look at the fate. So it says, draw and place 1 Dreamscape Slumber tile. If there is a free perk slot in the Dreamscape, place this card there. If any dreamer places a light token, discard this card. Morphing. Each character in a dark space seals a card. Ugh. Okay, so draw and place 1 Dreamscape Slumber card. Dreamscape Slumber tile. That would be this guy. And I'm still figuring this out as I go. Don't be like, hey, Canje knows what's up. I've had to do a lot of reading to figure stuff out, and I'm trying. So, hey, Sajat, how's it going? Hey, Gazumi. If I'm not mistaken, you should have selected items when you... Oh, I did. You're right. My items. Thank you. Gazumi always keeps me right on it. So let's take a look at... I forgot to select my items. So these are my items. I get some spring perfume to smell real pretty. It gives me... So once you use an item, it's gone. So careful how you use it. So it gives me 2 awareness, or I could use the item to, during a contact action, you may discard this item to gain 6 awareness. Contact is fighting entities. Let's see, little helpers. Tiny but effective. It gives you 4 awareness, or you could spend 1 awareness to reroll any die once per roll. Or discard this card to restore 1 item. So if we lose it, we could get it back. This one is the Book of Birds. It doesn't cost anything because it says 0 here, but it can give you 2 cunning if you use it. Or each dreamer may place 1 progress card from their hand for free. Discard this card after use. And progress is that where you place it, you get the symbol. All things are happy-go-lucky. Oh, I pulled the wrong... Alright, I won't pull the Slumber one. Oh, you're right. It's supposed to be this one. My bad. Good job, Sajat. Thanks. Strategic Plan gives you 4 Wrath or 4 awareness. And it doesn't cost anything, so you can use it. Each dreamer may move up to 6 spaces, discard this card after use. As you'll see, all of them say it's a one-time burn. 2 awareness, or you have to spend 4 awareness to use it. Each dreamer may seal 1 card to unflip all their cards or to reshuffle their deck without penalties. Discard this card. Reshuffling your deck. So when you run out of cards, you have to reshuffle your deck. When you reshuffle your deck, you take a stress. So it penalizes you for running out of cards or not thinking strategically. So let's say I burn through all these, I'm done, I have to draw, I can't draw anymore. I'm going to take a stress, and then I can reshuffle my deck. Yay, fun. Okay. This is the Dreamscape Slumber tile. Sorry, I pulled from this one when I should have been pulling from this one. If there is a free quirk slot, which there is, because I have nothing in quirks, then I could place this here, which is going to be horrible, because this creature here is going to step on my face. Alright. Draw and place 1 Dreamscape Slumber tile if there's a free quirk slot. I gotta make sure. Sure about that? This is where I have to go to the deck, and a lot of people are going to be like, well, you should know. Oh, no. C1. That's the Slumber deck, and C2, Slumber map. Yes. I pull this guy. This is my worst rulebook experience of all time. Yeah, it is. This rulebook is not that great. Alright, so yep, this is it. So this is the slumber tile I just pulled. So there's something awful here. I do not know what that is. But it's gonna go on C4. And then there's something here that says relocate your dreamer to another space, but this card's in night. And here's a quirk slot. So that's where this thing's gonna go. So it says C4 in the top, so you're gonna put this on C4. Kind of like so. It's halfway through, so it's gonna mix like that. So it kind of hangs off, and it goes there. If there's a free quirk slot, this goes here. So there's the quirk slot. And there it goes. Yay. So we're building out our picture as we go. Cool. 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 And you're right, Sajat. This book, do your research. Okay, that's the thing. That happens. So if any dreamer places a light token, discard this card. When morphing happens, once we land on this board, each dreamer in a darkness slot seals a card, which means we lose a card. Bad, bad, bad. So we have to find a way to place a light token and be good there. Okay. That's that. Guess where we're going next? We're going to the slumber one. So we're going to move here and resolve the top card of the slumber deck. This is the slumber deck. This is what I pulled from before where Sajat was like, you're pulling from the wrong place. Oh, dang it. Why do I keep forgetting that? I showed the slumber cards too. So I'm going to do strategic plan because that's in slumber only. I can use that, and I'm going to hit a slumber at some point, which is what I'll play. So I'm going to do that. Little helpers give me 4 awareness, so I don't mind. Actually, I might have to do a contact. So I'll play the spring perfumes and then the book of birds. What I've done, and then the other 2 just go in here. What I've done is I've placed one that gives me 4 wrath or 4 awareness. Right? But it also lets me move 6 spaces if I need to run away. This one will give me 2 awareness. If I during a contact, I can get rid of this card to use 6 awareness, and it's a free cost. And then the books, each dreamer may place 1 progress card. So if it says, okay, well, you need a progress card, but my progress cards have a cost to play them, and I don't have that, I can use that to play it down. Yeah, red, yellow, and green. and I got used to saying cunning, wrath, and awareness from the tutorial, so I know I shouldn't be on red, yellow, green, but it is color matching. Grading papers while watching. It should be interesting. All right, so we moved on here, so we're going to draw our slumber card, which is this guy. And it says, wrath behind my back. Yay. Deliverance. I need to put on my glasses. Yeah, because that one says resolve the top card of the slumber deck. This is the slumber deck. Alright, so wrath behind my back. Which 2 things here. Let's see. So this is. There's a couple things on this card. This card's full of information. So let's zoom in. Here we go. So this is what's filled on this lovely, lovely card. And so there's a 7 awareness, place 1. For 7 awareness, I can place 1 light tile token on your tile, which I really, really want to do to get rid of that 1 card from sealing. Only when the wrath is not in a dark space, I can assault for 6 wrath per person. That means that the more players you get, the harder this is, but you can work together and you can do progress, right? You can say, I'm only going to do 2 right now and I'll do the other later. You can do that. Or 6 cunning per person in range 1, so 1 space away, and you chase it out, gain loot, the slumber ends. So then when the turn happens, bad things happens on its turn, which I already showed you with the turn cards. This is what this stuff does. Add one morphing, discard all light tokens. Each dreamer at range 0 or in a dark space suffers 1 stress, or each dreamer in range 1 spends 1 jewel or suffers 1 stress and seals 2 cards. And when we run out of turns, we skip. So we're entering a slumber. I hate entering slumbers. So we're entering a slumber. We start off this start area here, which is this blue. It's in the middle of these two, so we're either here or here. I'm going to start here because when you see the night up here, that means that these two are in darkness. When it's here, only the one tile. When it's in the center, all 4 tiles are at night. All right. Everybody gets 100%. Do it. So I'm going to start at the bottom because there's a lantern there and I'll be in light instead of suffering. The rat behind my back, in 4 turns it says it will spawn a wraith. Cool. Mini time. Okay. I don't even know what one of you will look like, but I'm going to say you're going to be a bird-faced dude. So in 4 turns, this awful thing is going to come out and bother me. Fair enough, Kazumi. Technically, I could be... The only reason why I didn't place myself there was because until I hit the slumber, I wasn't going to do anything. So, but technically, you should place yourself as you're drawing things out. Alright. So it says in 4 turns, spawn a wraith. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. They would love that. Alright. I gotta hit the book. This is what you're gonna do a lot. What I'm doing right now, prepare to do it yourself. And people like Gazumi and Sajat who've already played this game are gonna be awesome and be like, hey, you're doing it wrong, idiot. Here's what you do. Alright, so the setup is, this is the setup for this monster. So in 4 turns, spawn them. Cool. This is how much movement that they'll have. This is the interactions that I can do with this card to place that light to get rid of this foolishness. And then these are the entity actions, which we already talked about. When we run out of turn cards, that's when we're done. And it's 4 turns. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Begin with the setup section in the upper right corner. If the setup indicates a spawn, most of the time it will. The slumber is played on the slumber map. Then prepare the required number of turn cards. Spawn the required number types of entities. So pop, because he spawns in the spawn space. We grab 4 turns. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 turns. Put them this way. So that's the pain that we gotta deal with. Spawn the required number and type of entities, tokens, miniatures, and complete any additional setup steps. The other sections of the tile will be used during the encounter. Sweet. Okay, so Deliverance. This icon has no effect at the beginning of the campaign. You will discover a new rule during play that allows you to use it. Okay. The slumber ends. The slumber ends. Okay. Apply the out of turns effect when the last card of the turn deck is drawn. Cool. So I'm assuming we have to face this fool. So I draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slumber is 4 turns, which I've drawn 4 cards. Set them up here. I gotta take care of him and this thing. Interactions are actions you could perform with or against the entity. If you're within the required range from the entity, you can perform the actions. Cool. That's it. That's it. Fun time. So he's got a movement of 2 when he moves, but he does not move until I'm done. That's the other cool thing about this game. I go first. Mine. So let's see what we get. I go first. So I have so many possibilities, 2 of those, which is basically a bunch of ores of awareness, cunning, or wrath. Thoughtful Moment, which is awareness or cunning, and Hurry Hurry, which is cunning or wrath. And the bottom cards are seal this card and discard any active item to restore one chosen item. Seal this card to block any one step on the current turn order. Well, if we look at the turn order that's here, and just color match is all you really need to do. I know you're like, I can't see what the heck this thing is. Just color match. Basic effect. Move, and then do its special effect on me, and then discard. So it's going to, each dreamer, that space that it is in, or in a dark space, will suffer one stress first. It will then roll its movement die and move either one space or two or more, and then do its special effect, which says each dreamer, which is me, in range 1, which is 1 square away, will have to spend 1 gem or suffer 1 stress and seal 2 cards. And that will be its turn. So you see, I already know what it's going to do. So I can prep for that stuff. First thing I need to do is get rid of this foolishness and get some light. But I need to spend 7 awareness to do that. Which will, if any dreamer places a light token, discard this card. But we need to get rid of this problem. Cool. That's a new symbol. I don't know what that means. It's magic. And then I'll go through the book of what? Oh, here it is. Entity spawns. Spawn entities have always appear in spaces bearing that symbol that I put them on. If several spaces are available, you choose where the entity spawns. When spawning several entities, if there's more than 1 space available, allocate them as evenly as possible. Okay, so those are other spaces. In the Dreamscape, if there is any space that bears a turn suit icon, check if it corresponds to the current turn suit. If it does, the first spawn entity must be placed in that space. Cool. Awesome. So we need to face this entity and vanquish it. Cool. Alright, to vanquish it, only when the wrath is not in a dark space, to vanquish it, I need to do either 6 wrath or 6 cunning. I could burn this item, but I gotta be I have to contact with it to burn that item to get it. So I've got 2. No, I don't. Yeah, I've got 2, 4, 5. I could beat it. So I got 2, 4, 6, and I can move 1. But I need to be within, and range does not count for diagonals, only orthogonal. I can't attack the dude from here. I can only be this way. So for instance, if he says his is range 3, it's not, okay, 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. It's not diagonal, it's orthogonal. Okay? So this guy's here. I need to get him to me in this light space so that I can attack him and beat him. And I can easily beat him in 4 turns. If he doesn't make me seal a card. Because I can use this guy here to do 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm in light. And poof, I could beat him. Or I can move to him and counter him and drop a light token right there. And if I drop a light token, it gets rid of this guy, but I have to spend 6. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? And I can use this strategic plan to do that. Well, 7. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to move 1. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't really know why I should. I don't want him to make me seal a card, actually. I'm thinking I might not do anything. Yeah. Get him closer. I get him closer, then I can beat him. This thing's going to stay here until I get rid of it. But I'm okay with that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to pass my turn so that he can go. Because I don't want to move closer to where he'll make me seal. He might move closer and make me seal 2 cards, which will make me sad. But I should still be able to beat him if I have to seal 2 cards. So I'm gonna wait. Okay, his turn. He's gonna do his basic effect. His basic effect says each dreamer within range 0 or in a night space suffers 1 damage. I am not in the night space. The night spaces are here, all of this, and these. So I'm solid. That means nothing. Then he's going to roll his movement die. Roll 1. Canje roll coming up. Oh gosh. It's the worst roll that you can have. He's going to move his full movement, and then I'm going to roll the die again. So, 1, 2. 1. Then he's going to perform his special effect. Each dreamer in range 1, which I am, spends a gem or suffers stress and seals 2 cards. I have no gems. This thing doesn't. There are actions on the board that let you gain gems. So I have no gems, so therefore I suffer 1 stress. And stress are the red waters from this war of mine. So I suffered 1 stress, and I have to seal away 2 cards. I will seal away these 2, the so many possibility cards. Sealed away means it's gone, so I'll just put it up here because I don't have table space, but for the people who do, put it off to the side. Alright, so that is his turn. We take this, flip it over, it's the next round. I have 2 cards, I draw 4, 2, 3, 4, which puts me up to 6, right? I'm still in light. So that means I am going to get rid of him because I'm okay. No, I'm going to get rid of him. 2, 4. I probably don't even need to use that. Yeah, I don't need that. 5 and 6. So I spend 6 cunning. You can see up here 2, 4, 1, and 1. 6. My table is too small. I wish. Seal is from top. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Thank you. I was supposed to seal, because these 2 I had. These 2 would be sealed. Seal 2 from the top of the deck. Ugh. These are the rules you have to remember, because these are the ones I had. So what you would do, when you seal, you don't seal from your hand, you seal from the top of your deck. Which means you lose cool stuff that you would have gotten. Anyway, 2, 4, 6. It happened anyway. So I'm going to spend 6 to encounter this guy, which it says in range 1 to chase out and gain loot. So I have beaten him. Just like that. Simple enough, right? These go in discard. The end. So it says and loot. Gain the loot. So what's the loot that we're going to gain? The loot is on the turn card. The team resolves the 1134M secret card mystery path with the lowest number or gains 1 key. So I either resolve the 1134M secret card mystery path with the lowest number, or I gain a key. I need a key. I'm going to gain a key. So I did not back the Kickstarter all in crazy, good, fun, happy times stuff. So I have a bag full of... I did not think I would get a key so early. Here they are. So I'm going to gain a key. Ta-da! The sound of this game. So I gain 1 key. Because I want to get into a dream gate and have some fun. Cool. I beat him. That's it. That was a slumber. I encountered the enemy. I did what I needed to do to beat him. The end. So, now it says Deliverance. Every single time I hear that, I think of that movie and it scares me to death. So let's go to Slumbers and find out about Deliverance. Let's hope it's not like the movie. Oh my gosh. Deliverance. 9. 9. This icon has no effect at the beginning of the campaign. You will discover a new rule during play that allows you to use it. So, haven't discovered it yet. Oof. Not gonna do it. Alright. And after that slumber ends, the slumber ends immediately. Discard the current slumber tile at the bottom of the slumber deck. So this goes right back in here. This is the rules that you got to go through, folks. I know. All entity token miniatures from the slumber and all token markers related to the slumber's entity. Do not discard place slumber map tiles, quirks, tokens, blah blah blah, unless I'm supposed to. So this dude's gone. Basically, is what they're saying. Get rid of that guy. Whatever. And I'm back in the Dreamworld. Do I do an awakening? Let's see. If I do an awakening, that would be fantastic. They will split. Let's see. Do not discard place slumber. The dreamer's miniatures also remain in the spaces where they are at the end of the slumber. They will start the next slumber exactly in that space for now. Play goes back to the Dreamworld map with the dreamers, so no awakening. Yay. Awakening sounds like it comes from after you enter a dream gate. Okay. Let's keep going. I got one key, so I just need another key. So we're going to the Suburbia gate. It's happening. So I'm going to move here. After the bolt warning. Thanks, Sajat. Thanks for joining. So I go ahead and I move here, and I have to resolve another fate. So I grab the top fate card, hold it up for you all to see. You see the writing on there? Omnipresent mist. The mist devours everything, as if the world faded to oblivion. Draw and place one Dreamscape Slumber tile. If there is a free quirk slot, place this card there. The maximum range of assault actions is 1 and cannot be increased in any way. Okay. So we draw the other tile, which is this bad boy. A2. Ooh, cool, I could get crystals now. If the current turn suit is hearts, ignore stress during the Dreamscape phase. Oh, snap. Okay. I'd have to spend the crystal to get it. So, cool. And this goes on A2. A2 is here, which means it would fit like this. Like that. Probably a little blurry. Right. There you go. So it fit like up here at the top, where it, so you see the picture starting to make itself out, and this goes on a quirk slot. One is available. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Keep on trucking. Yep. Keep on trucking. I come over here, and there's a couple things that happen. First, I gain my second key. So my second, oh, that is not a key. Oh, sir. This is my second. For people who backed, like, did the all-in on the Kickstarter, they actually printed out these lovely, beautiful keys that you can use in place. So that's my second key. Then I do a fate. And the fate says, need a lift? Place this card on the side of the Dreamworld map. You may discard it to use a shortcut without suffering its cost. Solid. Okay, so I'll put it over here. All right. Then I do a slumber. What's so creaky? Something disturbing is coming. If any dreamer has 3 place progress cards or more, remove the slumber tile from the game and add secret 11380 at the bottom of the slumber deck. Otherwise, the slumber ends. So I missed something cool because I don't have any progress placed. So I will put this, the slumber ends there. Okay. Then I will move to the train station, but the train station is close to me. Make sure you can see properly. There we go. Check top of awakening rules for details. Awakening is a choice you can do. Oh, yeah, but I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back because if you do the awakening, you each dreamer discards all influence cards. Da, 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 da. Place it at the basically. If I do an awakening, I go back here, and then I have to go through it all again. Don't want to do that. But yes, it does say so. You are correct, Gazumi. All right, so I placed it on the train station. The train station is not open to us right now. It's more story that you have to open, and I will show you this box of stuff after we get through this. So nothing really to do here. There's no cards to resolve. It's what it is. So then we're gonna move here because I'm following the arrows, and I get to draw another slumber. I'm almost at the Delta card. You can hear it crying. You can hear it closer and closer. If any dreamer has 4 place progress cards or more, remove the slumber tile from the game and add a secret tile at the bottom of the slumber deck. Otherwise, the slumber ends. So until I start placing progress, those will just keep coming back up. But I'm almost at the Delta card. All right, so then I will move here. This is the shop. I have money. So I'm going to spend one of these cards to shop. And what happens when we shop? We draw 3 cards. We could buy how much ever we have, but I have 3, so let's find out what we got. 1, 2, 3. I'd say it was a good choice at the point. You're right about that. You're right about that. So we drew 3 cards. We flip them over. Their costs are up here. This one costs 2 ether, 1 ether, 2 ether. So I could get 2 cards essentially. I'm happy about that. This one says, I run to live. Discard X cards from your hand to move X spaces. And it's a progress card. Place this card for 4 awareness, which, cool. And it gives me that green that lets me use that for progress. This one says, common voice. Cost 2. 1 awareness I'll get. Unflip 1 card. Okay. Or when you perform a awareness action, either other dreamers may discard awareness cards from their hand to add their intent to your action. Oh, cool. So we could do it together. Okay, I like that. I like that. And Insidious Trap. Gain 6 wrath if you're performing an assault action against an entity standing in a... Ooh. And that's a 1 coster. Thank you. So that's 1 ether. And I'm probably going to get this progress one for 2. So I'll buy those 2. And I'll make sure I could buy 2. I want to make sure I could do that before someone calls me a liar. But I believe I can, because it says you draw a 3. The market. Buying cards. When the game tells you you can buy influence cards, draw the 3 top cards and you may buy any number of them and return the rest to the bottom of the influence deck. So I'm going to buy those 2, return common voice down to the bottom, spending these 3 ether. I won't do it ether. Sorry, I won't do it again. And these go in my discard pile. When you buy things, they don't go on top of your deck or shuffle in, they go in your discard pile. Okay, cool. And this is gone back to the secret stack, which I will put that back in soon. I'll put it under there. That's gone from my hand. Okay, that was shopping. I'm done shopping. Now we will move to the gate, the Suburbia gate. I need 2 keys. So I'm in Suburbia. I need 2 keys to get into that gate. So I'll spend the 2 keys. And let's dream, shall we? Not Alone in the Dark, which will be the title of this next one. This will be the title of this playthrough. That's why I didn't give it a name, because I didn't know which one we were going to do. Setup. Now, each dreamer may cure 2 or unseal their top 2 cards. I will unseal, my good people. Put that in discard. Oop, let me make sure I can get it. Take I owe 2 secret cards and tiles Reveal both setup tiles. Place Z tile face down or C1. Don't look at the front of the tile. See, it's a lot of instructions. So let me put this down so I can walk through this and then I'll hold it back up so you can see everything. Okay, dokie? Alright. Okay, dokie. So let's break out. Oh yeah. Time to break out the box so you all can see this craziness. Oh, that's my Ziploc bag full of stuff. I will turn it this way. These are all the Dreamscape tiles. Right here. This right here. So they've been ordered because of the awesome person that was on BGG's forum for Etherfields that says how to order these things properly. So let me spin these around and we will take all IO2. Is it just tiles? Cards and tiles. So IO2, all IO2. Okay. It doesn't say A or B. Just grab them all. Grabbing them all. That's all. So all these cards and the IO2. Two setup cards. Cool. Whoever gets this game. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Okay, there are 12 turns, so we're gonna be shuffling this entire thing up in a second. So I unsealed my cards. Take all secret cards and tiles, which are these here. Reveal both setup cards. Okay, so we got to do some clearing here. So this is the state of the world map. Let's. Yeah. I have to keep state. Let me reveal the setup cards first. So I make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. Going in the dream, folks. Let's get these up. Put these over here. So when we return to the world map, we'll place them back down. And I know where I was on there. I remember. So we take the two setup tiles, and let me flip them over for you so you can see. Holy cow, this is beautiful. All right, so you can see this. The artwork on here is exquisite. So this goes on A1. Notice there's writing all over here. This writing has meaning. All of it has meaning. There's a story moment that'll happen if I come up here. There's an exit with another story moment. There's another story moment here. So that's A2. It's in darkness. And I mean A1, sorry. And this is A2. More writing. Watch out. We don't know what hides in this hole. There's a lot of stuff on here. Okay. There should go on the bottom of the. Those should go on the bottom of the. Yeah. What those? What are you talking about? I missed. I missed something. You were telling me something, I missed it. Let me place these two. A1 and A2. So see, it says closed, and then over here we put it together, close and market. So I guess this used to be a market. The starting area is between one of these two that we'll pick. I'll be up here in the corner. This has story. I'll start here. I'll start there. Okay. What else does it say? Place tile Z. So this is the one thing I makes me angry about this. Is because they're like tile Z. Now that I know it's Slumber map tiles and fate cards that were in the Slumber, those go to the bottom of their respective decks. Okay, cool. I'll fix those in 1 second. What I found on here is that it'll say like place tile Z. And when I first started playing, I was like, IO2Z? That probably would be cool to say, but now that I've played through the tutorial, I'm like, yeah, it's IO2Z. So place tile Z face down on C1. Okay. Don't look at the front of the tile. Reveal card A, which is this guy. This card is active until the dream ends. Searching in the dark. So I either spend 2 cunning or 2 awareness, resolve the magnifying glass search in your space. Okay. Cool, so I'll put that... I don't know. I'll put it here until something happens to make me put something else there. Cool. Reveal card E and place it on entity slot. Place this card on the entity slot. This card is active until this dream ends. Something in the dark. Each dreamer places one, I don't know what that symbol is, I'll tell you in a second when I look it up, on one adjacent space, max 1 per space. Each dreamer in a space with that seals 2 cards. Each dreamer in range 1 from any one of those seals 1 card. Then each dreamer in darkness space places 1 in their space, max 1. So bad stuff's happening. And this goes on the entity one. You're not the entity, you're the slumber card. These will go on you. I'm gonna put it right here. This is the 4th item slot, but I'm putting it there. Okay, let's see, what else does it say? That was card E, right? Yep. Prepare all 4 B cards. They represent a pool of items you can find somewhere in the dark. So these are things that I can find. Should be in the rules for starting a dream. Okay, I'll put them back. I'll put them. So these are the ones that I could find in the dark. Cool. Okay. They represent parts. Turn order deck 12. Like I said, there's a lot to keep track of, and even I'm still learning this game. I'm trying not to spoil it for myself. Like, every single time I see something is like, okay, if you're in room 6, I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. Don't want to read it. Don't want to read it. Alright, so I will make mistakes. It'll be fine. It'll be... Alright, so we flip the turn order deck up. Introduction. So our goal... Find and free the dreammonger. Hint, it would be wise to make notes and draw a map. Special rules. If I spend 5 wrath, I could discard one of those tokens. And those tokens are, my good people, threat. They're threat tokens. So when I'm out of turns, I read that story, but my goal is to find and free the dreammonger. Make notes and draw a map. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so I read the introduction to this dream is S890. Oh, so I don't forget. Put these back. And these were all of them, so they're back where they're supposed to be. Boom. Done. These will go here. These will go... Sure. They're not going to go there. They'll be ready to use at a moment's notice. All right. 890. Here we go. A week has gone by since we passed through the rift. Nights last much longer than days here. The thick fog obscures everything. The city is huge, like an endless maze. Nothing here is ordinary. We stay in bizarre hotels. Nobody asks for payment. That's a plus. The second is that we don't have to sleep at all, so we don't waste time on it. There's probably no hunger here either. On the other hand, there are some issues. Sometimes our legs refuse to obey as if they were made of rubber, or we lose our voice, or our things vanish into thin air. We leave a room, and when we come back, it's different. Additional doors appear, and we see new buildings outside the window. People we meet sometimes change into someone else within a blink of an eye. What's even more strange, they occasionally transform into someone who we have always known, but don't remember who exactly they are. It's like a powerful deja vu. A double-decker taxi stops next to the old closed market with a sign. Everything but nothing for free. We are here, so that means we are implementing the find someone who can't know what's going on option. The certain someone disappeared a few days ago in this place. When they were purchasing the goods they traded, the taxi driver thanks us and drives away without charge. We wonder why the driver spends days chauffeuring lost souls around. Another loser. That was a few hours ago. Now we are inside looking around trying to pick out any detail from the impenetrable darkness. When you run out of block tokens during this dream and you have to place one, take the block token from the furthest night space from the dreamer. That is that. So we're starting off there. We can spend 2 cunning or 2 awareness to read some script. I have no clue what's going on. We need to find our goal is to find the dreammonger in this craziness, and all there is are just clue tokens that we have to walk around and figure out. So someone says, they said hint, it would be best to make notes and draw a map. Cool. That's why I have Notepad++ open. I need a bigger TV so I can see stuff closer. Oh, it's not that. It's me, and I apologize, everybody. Since this is the only space I really have to do with, I'll make sure that I hold things up, and I know my logo is there, probably blocking this space. Let me see if I can slide it down some. Come on down. Come on down. There we go. So now my logo's not blocking anything. I'll hold this card up again so you can all check it out and see it until I'm stuck in this until I move. When I move in February, you will be able to see everything in beautiful crystal clear quality, I promise. Alright, so what are we gonna do now? Okay, so we're here. I started us in this space that has S14. I will draw 4. I will draw 3, 4. So I'm up. And let's see what we're gonna do. So if I spend 2 cunning, which I have, or 2 wrath. Oh, sorry, 2 awareness. This is progress. I would have to place this card for 6 awareness and 1 stress to place this progress. I might need to place some progress, so I'm gonna do the so many things. Actually, I'll probably do the shining with that to make it 2 cunning. I'll spend that, and I will read script. Once again, I promised you I'd hold it up so you're not squinting. There you go. I'm down here at the bottom, so I'm going to read script S116, and it says, don't step on glass. Okay? S116. We got to figure this thing out. Figuring it out. Where are my glasses? Ugh, the stench. Damn. There is so much garbage here. Disgusting. If this is a night space, seal 2 cards. I wonder what the neon sun was supposed to symbolize. Never mind. When our sight adapts to the shadows, we're able to discern some details. If we look closely, we may spot danger before it could harm us, or maybe we could find the hidden chests unscathed by anyone's greedy hand. I need to seal 2 cards, so I grab 2 off the top. They are sealed away. Cool. Everything's a night space. Why say if you're in a night space? Okay, that is that. So that was my and I spent 2 cunning, so I can't move. That was my action. I could have moved with those 2. And then moved 1. That's all I got. So their turn. Morphing. Each dreamer places one threat on one adjacent space. Okay, let's grab threats. This is where you gotta start playing at SMRT. SMRT. Where is my threat token? I had like a whole. No. Oh, here they are. On one adjacent space, I'm gonna put it here. And threat's just this small thing that looks like an eyeball. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna put it here. And then it will do its special effect. Each dreamer in range 1 from any suffers 1 stress. Then each dreamer in a dark space places 1 in their space, 1 threat. And there's no movement, so there's no reason to roll. And that ends that turn. Okay, I've got 3 cards, so I draw up to 6. Cool. I can actually move now. So my turn. I'm going to move. I'm going to spend. I don't want to seal 2 cards here. I don't want to gain a flaw. I'm going to spend this adrenaline to move 1. Because it has 1 on its space, so that's as far as I need to move. Discard that. And then, because I want to be able to move again in my next life, I'm going to spend 2 awareness, which is on this 1 card, to read this thing, which is story moment 563. I need to stop closing my glasses because I'm going to be reading a lot. 563. We see strange figures lurking in shadows. One of them moves. We see eyes like 2 black holes. We feel it gaze. If this is a night space, place 1 threat in this space. Gosh, I'm going to die. Okay. Okay. Do you know the feeling of a weird fear creeping up your spine? When the clothes tossed on a chair turn into an apparition in the night? It's more than a simple illusion, trust me. Darkness is like the edge between 2 worlds. The one you want to be in, and the other you avoid at all costs. But only a single ray of light turns everything back to normal. I have to turn on lights. Reveal card F. Card F. This card is active until this dream ends. Fortunately, they're just mannequin. While this card is active, any threat in a space that is not night is immediately discarded. So we might have a chance to turn on some lights from what this thing is going. So that's in play. Okay. All right. So that was my movement, and that was my action. Then we go to the morphing. Put 1 in an adjacent space. Then it goes to roll to move, nothing to move, but then it'll do its basic action. Each dreamer in a space with 1 seals 2 cards. Like I said, this is bad. Okay. And then that's the end of the turn. That's how the turn works in this game, so it's all good. Alright, next turn. I got 4, I draw 2, get up to 6. Okay. Let's see what I'm gonna do. Man, I need to read these to know what's happening. This is insane. I can move 2. No. I'm gonna move 1. spending effort. Actually, no, that's an advanced card. Oh, both of them are. I'll spend effort to move one. I have to know what's going on. Which way should I go? Up or over? Up or over? I think I think I'm gonna go. This could hurt. This could really hurt. Well, I know what it's gonna do this turn. It's going to do. Actually, I don't want to seal a card. I'm gonna go over 107 because I know what it's gonna do. It's going to do its basic action, which makes me place one adjacent, and then if I'm in the space, it's gonna make me seal. So let's not do that. 107. So we're doing. Oh, I need to spend for that too. You don't get stuff for free around here. So I'm going to spend 2 awareness. 107. You win the game. No. Something lurks in the darkness, such monstrous silhouettes. If this is a night space, place 1 in this space. Should have gone up. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Okay, so I'm gonna seal 2 cards. Alright, so that ends my turn. He gets to go, there's no movement. Basic effect happens, which puts 1 in an adjacent space. I'm gonna put it here. Then the morphing happens. Oh wait, nope, sorry. This doesn't go yet. I seal 2 cards first. Then the morphing happens. Then we end. Okay, I need to shuffle. I need to draw more cards. I cannot, so I will suffer a stress up to 3 to reshuffle my deck of less and less cards. Yes, I did. I did move. I moved and then I did an action. I moved into the space, and then I performed the search action. Oh, I can do it more than once. Oh. I've been working against myself. Izumi keeps me straight. Make sure that I do it right. You are right. I could continue to do stuff before the turn order until I can't go anymore because I read that like on day 1. And I said that in the tutorial. I've been working against myself the whole time. Alright, so I will spend this one to move 2. 1, 2. And then I will spend this 2 awareness to do that. And I will read 267. I was working against myself. This table is just right to play something, but not in this dirt. Oh, and here, something glitters nicely in the dark. Game and gem. So I got a gem. Gems let you re-roll dice. For people who are wondering what gems do. We take another step and ouch, some glass shards. If this is a night space, spend 2 wrath or suffer stress. I'm going to spend 2 wrath because I don't want to suffer any more stress. Don't forget that each of us has a hidden inner light. A strange thought appears in our minds. So let me spend my 2 wrath so that I don't take any more stress. Then I'm going to move 1 here because you can do multiple things until because I'm not smart. And that's all I can do. Basically, you keep spending cards until you don't have any more cards to spend. Then it goes. So, okay. So it's going to be roll the dice. Nope. So the special effect happens. Each dreamer in range 1 from any. So 1. I'm going to suffer 2 stress. I read this rule, so I know this is the thing that happens, is that it just kind of compounds on you. So I'll do that, and then I seal. Then each dreamer in a dark space places 1 in their space, 1 threat. Hey Brian, need to go to bed at 3:30 a.m. Hey, thanks Yuzumi, have fun. I forgot about, thanks for warning me about that. I completely forgot. So that happens, and then we flip this down. I draw 4 cards. 3, 4, because that happens. I forgot that it's the as many as you can before you have to stop, so we could have been moving around. But what we're going to do now is we're going to spend 2 to read that thingamadoo. And it is going to be 6:16. The darkness is closing in on us. 6:16. We've got 2 more story things to read. 6:16. We saw this box from afar. It's as pristine as freshly unearthed sarcophagus. Let's see its contents. Look at the pool of items cards be and gain 1 of them. Then place a block token on this action. Okay, let's do that first. So we found an item. So what do we got? We have Common Hammer. Assault actions only. Roll the luck die. Wow. Cool stuff happens if I pick that up. Flashlight. Ooh, I like this card. I think I'm going to pick that up. The key to everything. Discard this item to gain 1 key or return this item to the market to gain 3 keys. Roll the luck die, return 1 random item from storage marketplace to the warehouse. What? I am going to get the flashlight. I'm getting the flashlight because, yeah. So we got that. Boom. Okay. So we got that. Because it says 6:16. And I got to put a block token there now because we can't do that again. Okay. Look at the pool. Look at the pool of items and gain 1 of them. Then place a block token. Something, or what's worse, someone is right next to it. We saw a movement. The ghostly figure slowly approaching with a crooked step. If this is a darkness space, place 1 threat in the space, max 1. Okay. We're about to light this thing up. So darkness space. Oh, there's already 1 there. There's already 1 there. Alright, so that was that. I will spend this 1 movement to move 1 over here. Because we've looked at everything but these 2. I'm gonna look at this one. Watch out. We don't know what hides in this hole. It's the only one without a threat. That's what hides in that hole. We can play this card for free. Once per place 1 light token in your space. It is active until the end of this turn. Yes, please. So I'm going to activate this, because this is once per turn. And I'm going to place a light token in that space. Let's do that. Let's do that. Here it is. Light. There we go. It is not dark in my space right now. And then I am going to spend 2 awareness. When this card is active, any threat in a space that is not darkness is immediately discarded. So, boom. Spending those two to read 590 with the light on. For the light. Oh, I do have to roll for the light. Place one space. It is active until and then roll the luck die to see if I keep it or not. This is the luck die. I keep it because I rolled 2 successes. It stays. 590. That's a lot to keep track of. Phew! I trip over something and almost fall into a damned hole. What moron has left it uncovered and the flap lies just next to it? Wait, did I lose something? If this is a darkness space, it is not. Spend 3 awareness or discard 1 active item. Don't have to. And maybe you want to risk and try to descend into the hole. If you want to do it, see story S2240. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So we're going to 240. We're going down, folks. 240. Well, I am pushing my luck. When my legs are inside, I feel as my feet submerge in something cold and sticky. Shivers run down my spine. Nope, not this time. I almost jump out of the hole and frantically look around. Darkness is even more terrifying, and shadows dance around us mockingly. Place 3 in any space. Any spaces, max 1 per space. Well, they're everywhere, but this card says I don't place anything if light's there. So nope, that doesn't take effect. So that's not gonna happen. Place 3 in any spaces, max 1 per space. So we're full up, but I'm good. I don't have to do it there. It says, well, I'm pushing my luck. Nope, not this time. Oh, I was gonna go in the hole, then I was like, nah, brah. And a bad thing would have happened, but we're good. So once per turn, place 1 token in your space. It is active until the end of this turn. So yeah. Click. That shuts off. And oh, the turn isn't over. It's still active right now. Turn's over when this is over. So roll die, which don't need to. Each dreamer in a space with threat seals 2 cards. I am not. Each dreamer in a threat with 2 space seals 2 cards. I am not. The turn is over. Click. Light goes off. Okay. Now it is my turn. I will draw 2, 3, 4. Got lots of movement. Sweet. Let's start getting rid of this stuff. So we need to see what's here. So I'm going to move 1 here. I'm going to turn this bad boy on. Roll this luck die. I keep it on because it's not an X. So it stays with me. This happens when this card is active. Any in space that's not darkness is immediately discarded. So this threat is gone. So that I'll put it over here because it's probably going to come back out at some point. And then I'm going to spend this is the last one that I haven't read yet. So then I'm going to spend spend 2 cunning to do the reading on 286. We swerve between piles of fetid trash. Don't touch anything. We all pray in our minds. If this is a dark space, resolve all 3 effects. It is not. So, the stench. There's so much rubble here. Seal 2 cards. Don't have to. Damn it. It's broken glass again. Get hurt. Don't have to. And clawed paws emerge from the darkness. Nope. Don't have to. Then we notice something else. It seems we found an escalator leading down. The stairs must have moved once, but now they are still. We hear a howling from below. Glad I can make it. Hit the bed. Good luck. All right, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining. Reveal both tiles X and card C. Okay, both tiles X. So here's what we reveal. This is going on A4. More story. Relocate your dreamer to any space. It looks like monsters are coming out. Sealed way too many cards for this. So A4, okay, and B4. So they're going here. He's right here for right now. And what else happens? 380. 280. Reveal card C. If you're not playing alone, take card G, but read its contents in secret from other players. Well, I'm playing alone, so just read card C. Card C. Ooh, this is one of those lovely cards that override stuff. So B3 is going to be unused, so is B2 and A3. So spend 3, relocate to another space. So what we do with these cards that you see right here, we're actually going to place them on the board because they're going to overtake. So what I'm going to do is lift this off, take this, turn it catty corner, and slide it to where it matches. So it's like that. And now it's part of it. And this light is on here. And basically, I'm here now. That takes over for that space. This is going to be unused. This is going to be unused. And this is going to be unused because of the red that's here. And so it just kind of overlays, and you're overlaying cards. So when I spend 3 movement, 3 cunning, I can just move from here to here and then continue on through. There's threat here, so monster's going to spawn. I feel like we need to get here, but we need to figure out how. And there's 2 things left, so let's hope we live. Okay. So, and I've got 3, luckily. That's what I was holding on to. I'll do these 2. Spend 3 to move. Let's see what this says. Place 1 token in your space. Is active until the end of your turn. Cool, so I'm going to spend 3 to relocate here. It says once per turn I could put it, so it's the light was here, it's now here. So that's all I got. And that's all she wrote. So, these are my turns. So then we go basic effect. Each dreamer in a space with a threat seal 2 cards. I'm not. Roll die because there's no movement. Basic effect. Each dreamer in a space with the threat seals 2 cards. I'm not. Light clicks off. Go to the next turn. Draw my last 4 cards. I've been sealing cards away like crazy. Okay. So I need to move before I turn my light on. This picture looks like somebody's in a corner. I'm not about that life. I'm gonna move down. So I'm gonna spend 1, only because that's a good seal. I'm gonna spend 1 to move down 1. And then I'm gonna turn on the flashlight. I got 1 success, so I'm still good. It still stays with me. And then I'm going to spend 2 awareness to read story number 809. 809. Not that it matters. I think the light stay where you placed it. It says per turn. It did stay. I left it there. And it says place one once per turn. I can place a light token where I am, which I did. I had it here. It clicked off. I moved here on the next turn. I turned it on. It clicked, and then I moved down here. It stayed up here. It clicked off. Why is this upside down? White. And then I moved here and I turned it back on. So it stayed there. It stays where you left it for the turn. But it clicks off and then I could turn it back on. So it's kind of like off on type deal. 809. So I think I got that one right. 809. Okay, no, not the shattered glass again. If this is a dark space, spend 2 or suffer 1. Nope. A huge closet slumbers in a pile of rubbish. We hear a hiss coming from its drawers. Well, we shouldn't open it, or maybe. If you decide to open it, read story moment 276. There's a hiss coming from in the drawer. Looking in bed on the thought you moved it. Oh, that's all good, man. There's a hiss coming from in the drawer. Should I look in the drawer? No, I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. Nope. 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 If I didn't have 4 stress on me, I probably would, but no. I'm going to... Okay, so that ends that movement and interaction. I'm then going to spend an effort. I'm leaving the flashlight if I do it. Oh, boy. These 2 combos are perfect for each other for fighting something. Don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I want to move and keep looking, but it's dark down here and I leave the flashlight behind. And if I do that, can I heal? Each dreamer may move up to 6 spaces, discard this item after you. Dreamer's contact. There's nothing to heal with. If I didn't have that much stress, I'd be a little bit more bold. I probably could, because this thing says I could seal this card to gain wrath. So I've got, like... Honestly, I've got 6 wrath with me right now. So I can fight something and take care of it if I need to. But I need this 2 to do the next search. I'm gonna spend this effort to move 1. YOLO. And then I will spend the 2 awareness to do 850. So we're reading 850. Wish I had like thematic music to go with this. Okay. We haven't searched this box yet. It looks interesting. Look at the pool of items and gain 1 item, then block it. While we kneel bent over the box, something moves in the gap of the fractured floor. I could swear that some long twisted hand emerged from the hole. If this is a darkness space, place 1 threat in the space. So first we get an item. So we'll go back to our item of items. This one for the keys seems pretty cool. The hammer might be good for fighting. Discard this. I'm gonna... Keys, though. The keys! But I'll have to fight something. I know it. I'm gonna take the keys. Keys going in storage. That's what I'm doing. That's happening. And threat is going on me. And we're going to block that space. That's blocked. Can't search, can't read it again. And can I do anything else? Yes, I can. I'm going to move. I'm going to spend this card to move back 1 into the light. Okay. Alright. Current turn. It's going special effect. Each dreamer in range 1 from any suffers 1 stress. This thing is stressing me out. Okay. Then each dreamer in a darkness space places 1, and I'm not in the darkness space. Then each dreamer in a space with threat seals 2 cards. I'm not. I'm in the space with light. So turn over. Light goes off. 2, 4, 6. I got 1 item at 7 stress. Ugh. Dreamers may resolve at any moment after resolving the location effect of the Dreamworld map. Yeah, but I can't wake up from the dreamscape, can I? What's this say? If I fight something, it's dead. I will destroy whatever I fight. I guarantee that. But I need to heal. Okay, so then I draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards instead of 6. I have 1 card, so you only draw 4. Okay. I'm gonna spend these 2. What's gonna happen to me now? Okay, so I won't steal any cards, but I could end up taking stress. I gotta play strategic. Well, my deck's not gonna run out, but yeah, let's play strategic. I'm moving over here. With that, I'm turning on the light. 3, so I'm good. Kept it. 3 dots, 3 success. The light stays on, and I'm going to spend 2 to read 252. You can also steal 3 cards in place of taking stress for a reshuffle. Okay, I did not know, but 252. So you can also seal 3 cards. Did not know that. Thank you. I'm getting another item, and I'm blocking it off. And that's basically what's happening. So let's read. It seems to me that nobody has ever looked into this box. Look at the pool, get what's there, or what you want. I'm taking the hammer this time. Then block it off. Can't do that again. Okay. When we're rummaging through the box, we feel a presence behind our back. If it's a night space, it's not. No threat. When we close the box, we spot a human shape under the pile of dirty rags. Help me! I beg you! The shape whispers. Pull it! The shape whispers. Pull me out! We inspect the cloth heap. An emaciated and filthy person is trapped underneath. It doesn't look safe. Do we want to release this creature? I'm a sucker for lost causes. What do you want to do? Do you want to leave him alone or do you want to help him? Tell me what you would like. And I'm going to get a drink of water. So tell me what you'd like to do. Help? Okay. Help it is. So this was, what was it? 250. We're going to help him. So do you want to release this creature if you want to risk 591? You hurt me, I'm going to be furious. We reached out to the creature and feel its nasty, freezing touch. Pulling it out takes much effort, but eventually the hideous human crawls out the heap and limps towards the door. It turns towards us. Thank you. I won't be greedy anymore. Never. Then it dissolves into the darkness. We sit on the stairs and take a short break. Add 1 turn. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Cool. That's it. We helped the guy. I wish it would have said help heal stress. All right. So that's that. I am not moving out of sunlight. I really am not moving out of sunlight for this. I think I'm gonna burn this turn to chill out. I'm gonna chill out. So, each dreamer in a space seals 2 cards. I am not. Roll, there's no movement. Special effect. Each dreamer in range 1 from any. 1. I am not, so I'm safe. That turn ends. Then I draw 3 cards. 2, 3. Hey, I got one of my new cards. Alright. No, I didn't. I lied to you. Because it would say influence on the back. Okay. The light goes off. I'm going to move 2. 1, 2. I'm going to turn the light on. Oh no! Discard this item. No, I rolled an X at the worst time. Discarded. No light. I lost it. That was my safety net, and I rolled an X. Okay. I'm dead. Can I end this dream? I'm so dead. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't think I can survive this. Oh, ooh, I'm burning the crystal. I'm burning the crystal. I'm burning the crystal. I'm re-rolling that. I'm burning the crystal. And I rolled another X. I have been cursed. Alright, I'm not burning the crystal. I'm gonna spend 2. It's a storage. Alright, there's storage. It doesn't matter, it's gone. It's not coming back out. Okay, so I spent the 2 for 92. Oh, I still get the light? Place a light space, roll the luck die, discard this item. Okay. That's weirdly unthematic, but sure. 492. And I'll read that about that in a second. Ah, the box. I think I know what I can find inside. Look at the pool and gain 1 item. So I gain the last item. And block this off. So I've gotten all the items. A ghastly yet human silhouette looms from behind a vending machine. Or did we imagine it? If this is a dark space, place a threat. It's not. Because... Oh, battery runs out at the end of the turn? Okay, that's thematic. That's thematic. Alright, so... Oh. This is supposed to go back here. Nope, this stays out in the dream world. Let's not go back. Okay. There's no. I can't move anywhere else. Not with these. Okay, so here we go. Basic effect: each dreamer in your space, in a space with a threat token suffers. It's not. Morphing effect: each dreamer places one on an adjacent space. Max one. Nope, this is the light. Can I place a light on an adjacent space? Would that be a light? Here. Okay. And ends that turn. Draw 3. Okay, I got some move. Okay, I got some move. Alright. So I'm going to seal this card and discard any. The light goes off. So I'm going to seal this card and discard any active item to restore one chosen item. You know what's coming back out, right? So I'm going to seal this card to bring back out the flashlight. And it says discard any active item. I'll discard this. Put that back out. Then I'm going to move. Sure, why not? I'm going to spend this with an overburn to move 2, to move me here. I'm going to bang the flashlight on my hand. Tap, 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 tap. Come on, battery. And I will turn, and it comes back on. And cool, it stays out. And then I'm going to spend 2 to do 772. Lots of story, lots of thematic stuff happening here. I want to know what the resolution is. I don't know how to solve this. The room ends here. A torso emerges from the darkness, reaching for us with its gnarled arms. If this is a dark space, place a threat. It is not. There is a door here. Reveal card D in tile Y. Note the tile Y is placed on the dreamscape board in an unusual way. Look carefully at the grid. Okay, so card D in tile Y. Okay, tile Y. C3 here. And card D. Oh, we're linking them together. Okay. So a hand. Says note the tile Y is placed on the dreamscape board in an unusual way. Look carefully at the grid. Oh, I was supposed to hold this up for y'all to see because there's a lot of writing on here. Check the window. Spend 3 awareness to do this. There's a wooden door. I have to spend 1 cunning and 1 wrath to go through it. Green pipe. So probably like Mario, spend awareness to go through it. There's a blue door to spend. A red hatch. A yellow door. Relocate your dreamer to a space on the B4 tile. So that's that. That's what the tile looks like. And this is what the card looks like, which basically leads itself like so into the tile. Tile-wise between 2 boxes. Well, first let me place this so it makes sense. This will go here. This goes here. And tile Y. This is weird. Labyrinth of doors. I don't know how to place. Okay, so C3. Oh, it's here. That's why. It's right here. That makes sense now. You got to match up the C3. So it's between C2 and C3. C4 says, after hours of aimless wandering, relocate your dreamer to C3. That space. Cool. That's what happened. These two still need to be out. From there. I'm here. The light is on. And I would have to spend 4 awareness to do that. And I do not have that. Not yet. That be that. So the morphing happens. Each dreamer places 1 on an adjacent, 1 threat. Wait, was that all that was there? That was all that was there. 772. Yeah, that was it. So each dreamer places a threat on an adjacent space. And then each dreamer in a space with a threat seals 2 cards. I am not. The light is on. Turn is over. I have 3 turn cards left. Click. Light goes off. I draw 1, 2, 3. Alright, what do I need? 4. Okay, I steal the wrong card. I only have 3, so I can't press forward. I'm going to spend... Oh, I don't. I can steal this card and do it. So let's get over there. I'm going to spend 1 shining. Is it partially on C2 and C3? Yes. Tile has to be moved over. I did. I moved it. Yeah. Put the C3 where the C3 is on the board. I did. It's there. I got it. I got it. I got it. I did. So I'm going to spend 1 to move. Then I am going to seal this card to get 3 awareness and 1 here to make it 4. Card sealed. 4. Relocate your dreamer to C3. This space here. Cool. Awesome. Because I haven't turned the light on yet. And it's not dark in here. Ooh. Okay. It's not dark in here. Okay, so we're in this area. I could spend 1 to move. I've got some movement. No really story elements. This is time to interact with stuff. So I can check the window. To the window or to the wall? I can check. I can go through the green pipe, go through a wooden door, go through a blue door, go through a yellow door, or go down a red hatch. Good baby. What are we doing here? Nope. Okay, none of those effects will affect me this turn. So I know the items. I'm not going to make it through this time, if I'm going to be honest with you. But when I play it again, I know there's an item here, 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 and here. Okay, that's where I can get the 4 items. And then I come down and read this guy to open this up to move here. So the next playthrough, I'll be able to move a little bit faster. I have no idea. I have no idea what to do. I can spend one to move and go down the red hatch. Because the red hatch says, "What do these colors mean?" Labyrinth of doors and corridors. Don't really know what to do. One way leads to where I need to go to. The rest lead to death. So, um, well, golly. I am going to. So there's a wooden door. There's a window that isn't saying, it just says check out the window. There's a wooden door, a green pipe, a blue door, and a yellow door and a red hat. The wooden door has wrath on it, plus cunning. The blue door has awareness and wrath. What do you think? I'm thinking I should check out the window first. That's what I'm thinking I should do. Should is the word for it. I'm close. Very close. Alright. I'm going to spend this one movement to move here. And that's all I can do because all I'm left with is Wrath. So. Okay, it's enough to draw 4 cards. I'm not going to die now. So this takes effect. None of these happen because the basic effect of in a space with threat, not there. The special effect of in a range of threat, not there. So this goes away. Not common of things I know the solution of. Oh, Gazooie, come on! Okay, so then I draw the last 4 cards. This is pretty much it because I'm going to run out of stress now. So I'm full up. I can't look through the window because I only have 2 awareness and I need 3. So the only thing left to do is to go through the wooden door. I'm gonna vomit. Okay, I'm gonna go through the wooden door to spend. Yeah, because this is good fighting. So, yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm spending 1 wrath and 1 cunning to go through the wooden door. Here we go. Go through the wooden door for 482. Yeah, I'll seal cards until I take into distress. I plan to do that. I'm just more. I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. I'm terrified right now. 42. A wooden door bristled with nasty splinters. It doesn't look welcoming at all. That's for sure. Suffer 1 stress and roll the luck die. So I'm gonna have to seal a card, and then I roll the luck die. Oh no! Okay, let's reshuffle and seal. Well, reshuffle, seal, and then seal. So, let me read that because Gazumi's saying that I don't have to do it. Same thing Lokitor's saying, and let's verify. In the book, distress or stress, stress or stress, distress. suffering, 18. The stress and death of a dreamer. This is why I didn't know. I was still reading. I didn't get to the end of the book. Stress is used as a marker, fear, fatigue, doubt, wounds suffered by the dreamers. When a dreamer suffers stress or distress, that dreamer places the corresponding number of distress markers on their board. Any dreamer that suffers an 8th dies immediately and all dreamers lose. When a dreamer should suffer distress but cannot place a marker because there are no more, they lose. Finally, whenever a dreamer has fewer than 6 cards in total, including cards in the deck, hand, and pile, but not actively, they immediately. Oh, finally, whenever a dreamer has fewer than 6 cards, they die. You lose. If the dreamers lose, resolve the Death Wish card, reveal 1142 I secret card, if not revealed yet. If dreamers lose in a dream, they additionally discard the current dreamscape, return all cards and tiles from this dream except for those already gained by dreamers or added to the game decks to the secrets. Keep the Dreamgate tile of this dream. You can still come back here and try it again. Okay. So... yeah. Yeah, that's what it's saying. I'm trying to see about sealing cards for distress. Because I think I just lost. Distress, suffering, 18. Distress and dying, 18. 3, 8, 12, and 18. There might be something in the book that helps. Oop. 8. Lack of components. Whenever you should do that, except for distress, you would lose. Reshuffle. Every time you reshuffle your influence deck during the draw step, you suffer 1 distress, or seal 3 cards after reshuffling. So it's only when you reshuffle you can do that. Otherwise, you just suffer it and take it in the face. Yep. That's it. I lost. So that one distress that it caused it. I'm curious what would have happened. I made 1. So I relocate to the A4 tile. Here. That's what happened when I went through the door. That. If I would have failed, this is the reason why I said oh no, because if I would have rolled a minus or an X, I would go all the way back here. All the way back to the beginning, and then have to make my way through all the way again and try another door. But we suffered the final distress that we could take, so therefore, bum bum ba bum. So let's see what happens. So it says when you die, whenever a dreamer has fewer than 6 cards, if a dreamer loses, resolve the Death Wisdom card, reveal 1142 1 from the secret deck. So let's get that. Ugh. Lots and lots of stuff. 1142 or 240, whatever. 1142 1. You know what I'm saying. One. Oh, this goes here. All right. Yeah, you go. Extra card. I was like, oh, cool, I can use it. Nope. One, 42. 42, 1. Death Wisdom. Death. If any dreamer dies, resolve. All dreamers failed the slumber dream. Each dreamer gains 1 random flaw. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We're gaining a flaw. Okay. Numbing Fear. Discard one ether to remove this card or resolve it immediately. I don't have any ether because I failed. I'll come out in a moment. Just give me a little more time. You cannot use Wrath from your influence card this turn. Discard this card at the end of your turn. So I gained that flaw. Cool. Then what happens? Resolve 242 secret card. So 242. Fate. Resolve this fate. Why? Draw and place one Dreamscape Slumber tile. If there is a free quirk slot, place this in it. Spawn the Tormentor in any of the spaces. He moves 2. Each dreamer in range 1 seals 2 cards and discards 1. Each dreamer in range 1 suffers 2 distress. Oh, what? How? I will just have to kill him to deal with that slumber problem. That's okay. It goes in the discard pile. I need to reshuffle anyway, so that's gonna happen. We'll deal with that in turn. Then, now you may save the game or resolve the Awakened Wisdom card. Okay. Huff. Huff, huff. Huff, huff, huff. Okay. Cool. The Tormentor. Where's that awful man? That's the Thorn Knight. Not him. This is the Free Spirit. The Tough Guy, the Gambler, the Engineer. For people who got... I didn't get the minis for the minis of Etherfields. For those who have, you have the Tormentor. I do not. So I'm going to just use one of these random schmoes to be my problem. Each dreamer gains 1 random flaw, which I can't use. You cannot use Wrath for your influence cards this turn. Goes into discard, which I need to shuffle this, seal 3, and then it's in discard. I don't have to encounter him now. Cool. We'll shuffle that up. And then, so that goes into the Fate deck, so he's going to fight us later in the future. This thing is going to go in my discard. And I need to seal 3 after shuffling this. Okay. Then this is in discard. Now you must save the game or resolve Awakening. Let me resolve Awakening, and then we'll go back to it. Each dreamer discards all influence cards. From deck, hand, and progress zone. Dreamers cure all distress, and unseal all cards. Dreamers discard all keys. I don't have any. I just have what I have, which I get to keep. I do get to keep those, because it said I get to keep those. If I fail it, it did say I get to keep those. Reshuffle Influence Market, Item Market, Fate, and Slumber. Place the delta at the bottom. Players may change their dreamers if they want, but I'm sticking with the Reaper. Each dreamer rebuilds their influence deck. Cool. Each dreamer chooses a new mask. I'll stick with pain. Restores 3 items. So now I get to re-choose 3 items. The flashlight's coming back. Oh, I don't know the board, so I'm gonna get beat up. Discard current dreamscape, so I'll wipe this down, put it back in secrets. Reveal 2 setup slumbers, which is over here, and place the team miniature in the awakening slot. So we're back here. Now, here is my question, because I've tortured you all enough. Here's my question with this. So death is out, and that's the thing that happens when we die now. Is this unlocked, or do I need to get another 2 keys to unlock it? That's the only thing I don't know. So if someone knows that, that would be fantabulous if you could tell me. Those go there. Go here. You'll need to get another 2 keys to go back. This game's cruel. Okay, so we shall move these off. A, B. E. These are in somewhere. That's why you gotta keep track of them, man. Because you lose them. B is around here somewhere. I had 2 turns left before that ran out too. This goes back. This stays out. There's more stuff to do. I'm not looking at Z. I'm gonna put Z under the 2 setup ones. Trying to see if I'm missing something. These are the items. Oh, B. Those are the items. Items are B. That's why they're not there. Got them. Yeah, I don't need to search for them again, but I know where to go now. So basically, we seal these back, right? I could keep them here because that's what this is. So we can just say this is what's going into Not Alone in the Dark. That's what's going to go there if we unlock it. And then if we get 2 more keys, we can go back in it again. This luckily stays out because this says this card is on the Dreamworld. You may discard it to use a shortcut. So that does stay. The slumbers get reshuffled. So basically and more gets added to this deck. There's a huge deck of slumber cards. So more will get added to the slumber deck, and the delta goes back at the bottom. The turn cards will go back here. This card's going back into the box of secrets at 1141C. These stay, these stay, these stay. I got a flaw now in my deck. Fantastic. And I have my ability that if I beat 2, I'll be good. And these go here. So we are good to re-kick, but like I said, I'm not gonna torture you all more with this. So let's take a look. Let's do some looking. I'm not gonna reveal anything crazy, but I want you to know what you're in for. These are all my Ziploc bags full of all the different pieces. So the secrets, these are the secrets. These are all of them here. I even have some I have not opened yet. They're still sealed. I have fake cards that I have not opened yet. Those are still sealed. This is... Who are you? This is the specialist. This is his starting deck. And when you get the game, if you're like, how do you know their starting deck? Their picture's on it. So that's their starting deck. So that's the specialist. This is the gambler of their starting deck, and all the cards are pretty much the same when you start off. All of them are pretty much the same as when you update the influence deck is how it's going to run. This is the tough guy who has a lot more red than anyone else. And then there's these really cool things back here that are the do not opens for every single character. And it's labeled on here. This is the Reaper, but then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 for the players, right? So those go on there. The masks are in the back. And you're able to kind of set this game up with these. They send you these things so you can kind of split out the decks that you want, and the book tells you how to do it. This is the Book of Secrets, which I need to put this back on 41. 41C. 41R, 41E, A, B, C. Okay, so this is the tiles of both of these. All this right here that I have my hand around, that's more story for you to get. So there is more to this game. This game is deep and rich. These are the minis. This mini right here for people who love to paint minis. Enjoy and paint away. I probably am going to try to paint this one, because this is just too awesome to not. It is massive. It is just massive. Look at it. So, I'm going to try to get that painted at some point. If you ordered the Thorn Knight, this is him right here. Not that fantastic, but if you did a sun drop, which I think Locator said he's going to try to do something really cool with his, that'll be good. This is the I don't even want those look like upgrades. So let me seal that back over. I don't know what that is. Blah 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 blah. Those look like upgrades. Cool. And that's pretty much it. That's Etherfields. I fumbled, but it's fine. I mean, we all do when we're learning a game. I read the book, I promise you. It's just, there's a lot to this game. So you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to nail this in the first go. You're going to struggle. Just kind of set your brain right to that. You're going to struggle to figure out some of the rules. It's not very intuitive, but you'll get through it. I know how to play more now than I did before. When I first started the tutorial, I went in blind. Painting the business penguin. He looks cool. This is him here. This is the business penguin. He's got his little top hat. He's got his luggage. Ready to go. And a little, he's on the street, the mean streets. So he's ready to do it up. That was a Kickstarter unlock. A Kickstarter unlock goal that we got to have. So basically, when you save the game, you stuff all your stuff in these like baseball card sleeves things, and then these just kind of go in the box, and when you come out, you take them out and put them out, and you kind of double sleeve where you need to. These are for the Slumber cards and whatnot. I made them all fit from the last one. I'll make these fit. It's not a big deal. And I'll put those here to make sure that those are good and ready to move. So that's pretty much that for Etherfield. Let's go have a chat at the top, and then I'll let you have the rest of your night. So let's move back up. Okay, so I hope you've had fun playing it. I thought this, or watching or joining me at the table, and I'm playing it and rolling terribly. I rolled 2 X's in a row and wasted a gem. This game is a lot of fun to me. I think there's a lot to it, which has my interest. I mean, that you can get items and even if you die, you keep them, holds my interest. That you can only have 3 out at a time makes it so that when you go into a dreamscape, you're probably going to lose the first time unless you're really, really good at playing this game. You're probably going to lose the first time, but that's okay. Because you'll come back to the dream and you will know what to do. Like, I had no idea what this dream was about. I've never played it. I didn't touch it. I didn't even look at it. And this was the first time I'm going through it. I failed. That's okay. the next time I go back through that dream, I know what to do. I know where to get to now try the window, the wall, to the window, the window, the pipe, the red hatch, or the blue door or the yellow door. I'm staying away from the wooden door. And one of those will lead me to where I need to go to get towards the end of the game. But at least I don't have to suffer a lot of stress to get there. I know exactly where I need to go to get to the escalator. I know exactly where I need to go to get to the next room, so we don't have to pop a lot of things going. So the next playthrough will be easier for me. And we'll play through that again, or I might record it, I don't know. But if you, I think if you're enjoying watching this playthrough, this is the game for you. If you like discovering things, and if you find that, okay, if I don't get it right the first time, but it's a dream, and dreams repeat themselves and cycle, you'll enjoy this game as well. So I think you're in for a treat for people who like games like Kingdom Death. For people, because it's not a boss battler, but it's a brain burner. For people who like games like Kingdom Death, people who like games where you fail a lot, but you learn something after you fail. That's what this game is. And I really like this game for what it offers. I've said this before and I'll say it again. For people who are just joining this, or just buying this game, the rulebook is not going to help you much. Go to Board Game Geek, go into the files section for Etherfields, download that file, and it is called, make sure I tell you the right name of it so I'm not crazy. It's called the Getting Started with Etherfields. That will tell you how to box the game and set up your first playthrough. It's not picture-specific text, but it's good. After that, I encourage you to look at the official FAQ that's on the Awaken Realms website for Etherfields, as that they have answered a lot of questions that I have had asked, and a lot of the community has asked. I think let me see how much pages they're up to now on this. They are up to five pages of people asking questions about things to do about Etherfields. So the book will answer basic things like, what's the turn order? On the back of the book it says, okay, this is a turn order, this is how a monster moves. In terms of, okay, well, you can shuffle, where Locator and Gazumi was saying, well, you don't have to take all that damage, Canje, you can do it. Let me show you what that looks like. It's in a blurb right here on a page that has nothing to do with suffering stress. It's on a page that has to do with slumbers and dreams. Nothing to do with suffering stress. With suffering stress, it's all the way on the last page on this stress of a dreamer. They have an index that helps you, but not much. So that's why I said the book is not. It's not when you get the book you throw it away. But I caution you, don't rely on this book only to learn how to play this game, because you won't. The FAQs are there. Board Game Geek is there. Use that in conjunction with the book and watch playthroughs. Or mine, or Ready Steady Play, or Quackalope, or One Stop Co-op Shop. Anyone who does playthroughs of Etherfields, watch those as well, so that you can kind of collect all the data and then do it. Yeah. And Gazumi said that he even has some questions that he's posted on the official forums, because the book is not. Do not rely on this book alone, or else you won't be successful. That's all I'm saying. I relied on this book when I first started the tutorial, and quickly found that I was highly confused. Like, I get a card. What's a progress card? Oh, I can put a progress card down. Cool. How do I put a progress card down? Well, you have to pay its cost. Where's its cost? Can you tell me on the card? It doesn't say on the card. How much does it cost? I don't know. Okay, so I found out where the cost is. I put the progress card down. What's the purpose of the progress card? Well, there's these symbols that you would need. For what? It doesn't tell you. So, it's anyway. I've got. Let me step off my soapbox. Don't just rely on the rule book. Go to the forums. Go to Board Game Geeks files. Get that file. Go to Awaken Realms forums. Learn the game because it's a rich, fun, wonderful game, and it's super deep. So, and this book of flip flip through is going to be daunting because there's a lot of tiny text. I mean, this is one page, and these are every single place you see red is a different story to read on there, and this thing is chock full. It has 1,232 stories to read through. My recommendation, if anyone asks me and says, "Hey, Canje, how would you like to see this book?" My response is foreteller. Hey, foreteller, record this, please. But for anyone who wants to go through it, just make sure that you read this through and understand what's in here, because they have symbols in here that sometimes it's not explained what those symbols mean. You just have to kind of, oh, it's a component. What is that thing? There's things that signify ether that also signifies a universal marker that blew my brain out when I first saw it. And when you get the game and you play the tutorial, or you watch the tutorial when I post it later this week, you'll see what I mean. But that's pretty much it for Etherfields. I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. A foreteller, or at least an app like, yes, yeah, you know what, Gazumi? I will make a deal with someone. If I'm gonna say this now, and I'll make a deal with someone. If I can get these text things in some form of PDF or Word document, I will build the app that's like this War of Mine and put it out there for free. I'll build it in a weekend. It's just transcribing all this text will take forever. So if someone has done that or does that, send me the file. If you need to know how to contact me, just hit me up on the side or ping me on Facebook or whatever. Let me know that you have it. I will build the app so you do not have to go through this book. Okay? It will not take me long. I guarantee you that. So if you have this in some form of file format, I'll say it again, send it to me and I'll build the app for the community. Yeah. Other than that, that's all I got. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to thank my Patreons. Thank you so much for believing in me and helping me live a dream. So I really appreciate it. I have some time coming up, some vacation time coming up on the 16th of this month until the end of the year. And I plan to burn through so many board games on this channel during that time. So I'm thinking expect a board game, a live playthrough probably every day from the 16th until the end of the year. That's fair, except for Christmas. But that every day you'll at least see one, sometimes two. So it's coming, and we're gonna get through Etherfields. We're gonna get through Ultra Quest. We're gonna get through this War of Mine. We're actually gonna play Lifeform too. So it's all happening. It's gonna be fantastic. YouTube subscribers, thank you so much. I'm snail's pace moving, which I'm fine with, but I'm this close to the goal. Let me know what you'd like to see. Should I hit the 200 mark for subscribers? I don't mind. I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. Don't ask me to do it. It's not going to happen. But I look forward to hearing what you'd like to see posted in the comments. Message me on Facebook. The Patreon's there if you're interested. It's not required by any means. This content will still remain free. But if you are interested to support, it's Patreon's in the channel. Otherwise, like, subscribe if you enjoy what you see and would like to see more. yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the rest of this week. Friday, I'm playing Aeon's End on Tabletop Simulator with Pac-Man and Excusitis. So we're gonna be playing playtesting to be able to see that the rulebook is trash. Like this book doesn't. They should. They should. So I'm gonna be playing Aeon's End with Excusitis and Pac-Man. So we'll be playing that on Tabletop Simulator on Friday, and then Sunday we're going back to straight out of Luxon. I know it's out of Luxon, but we're going back to Ultra Quest for story number 2 in the campaign of Out of Luxon. So that ought to be fun. And then we'll set up the streams for next week. I know that the following week's Thursday, which is Candy's After Dark, Locator is joining Excusitis and I for Kingdom Death Monster. So it will be a 3-player fun time for that and good times for all. So I look forward to seeing all of that. That'll be grand. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Enjoy the rest of your evening or late night. Thank you, Gazumi, for helping me out and pointing out some of the stuff and being super helpful as always. I super appreciate it. Everyone else, have a good evening. Stay safe. Insert comment here. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.